1, 2, 3, microphone check. 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 Okay, nice. Okay, give me a few minutes and we can start. Hello guys and welcome to my channel QANSIGLIERE. Today I'm going to continue to work on my personal project. It's employee performance tracking system. This tool will allow us to define how many tickets we completed for selected time range, plus we can investigate the coverage in test trail and see the number of created or reviewed merge requests for any provided time range. But at the beginning of this conversation, let me remind you guys what you have a great opportunity to ask me any questions directly. To do that, you just need to open my YouTube channel, click here to get access to all available links, and just click on the first link. It will open a new Google form where you can write your questions and send them to me. From my side, I'm going to review all your questions and try to answer on them in the next videos. So here is the second video on this week where we will work on employee performance tracking system. This tool will upload data from 4 sources. It's GitLab, GitHub, Jira and TestRail. And right now we are on the stage where we save uploaded data into a local SQLite database. And now we can move to the next one stage. It's to clean up uploaded data. But before this, we should make some code improvements. So let's open related Jira Epic. Yes, I'm using Jira because I think it is the best one tool what allows us to track the progress for any software development process. Alright, so what we have today. Jira, upload information about fields. Jira do not... Okay, let's start working with this one part. Let's choose the sprint, let's move the ticket in progress, and let's create a new one branch. Open GitHub desktop. Let's create new one branch, and let's move all changes to this one specific branch. Okay, let's open Visual Studio Code. Okay, it's done, plus the Visual Studio Code was updated. And we have some data sources. Let's move them to the trash. And let's do the first update. First of all, we do not want to upload information about users because information about merge requests and merge request nodes already contain information about users itself. So let's open Jira. Sorry, one moment. Okay, it's about Jira, it's not about GitHub. So Jira tickets are already let me think. So we can upload information. Let's connect source, settings, and okay, and let's do this operation node Jira upload. Alright, this one step is done. Let's open this one file. Let's call it sync. And let's find the moment for Jira. Here we upload information from it. Let's connect source, settings.env. Let's change package.json file, and let's check Jira information. Error message, I do not have any permissions. This happens because I need to create a new API token for Jira. Yeah, I removed it. So let me answer on the question how to create API key for any Jira project. Let's open the following link. Press create classic API token. Let's call the name Eye of God. And let's choose expiration date. Maximum it can be created for 1 year. Alright, and let's choose create. Now let's copy this value, press done, and API token was successfully created. Let me open our settings environment file. I mean this one. And let me save data into this one file. For this purpose, let me stop sharing my screen, because I do not want to share API token for my Jira project. We can save it, and we can start sharing the screen again. Okay, now let's connect the files source settings.env, and let's run sync project one more time. Yeah, now it works. As you can see, it provides some information. Let me make a note. Jira library validate invalid tokens. Let me create a task for it. Projects, JavaScript, backlog, wrong timeline. And let's check Jira API integration, and let me create a new one. Task validate missing or invalid credentials. Alright, let's do the same stuff for GitHub, for GitLab. And what about test trail? Probably for test trail it's already implemented. Okay, let me make some changes. For test trail. Okay, that's done. Some improvements for future. Alright, so what is the next step? We do not want to upload information about users in Jira. Why? Because if we open JSON file what we received from Jira, we can see the following information. We can see information about creator. As you can see, it contains email address and it contains display name. Plus, we have information about reporter. Assign field probably can be empty. Yeah. And that's it. So we technically don't need to download information about users at all. Let's remove this one part from Jira integration. Removed. Let me copy this data. Just for future, maybe I will change my mind. Okay, let's remove this one object and let's run sync again. Alright, this one moment is done, and if we open Jira, we can see related data. Okay, that's good. That's really good. We can close this one thing, save, and let's move to the next one, state. Create new record, Jira package. Okay, so let me make a new commit, push. Let's open all my projects. All right. This code was merged. If we refresh the main branch, we'll see our changes. Right. So this one ticket can be closed. Okay, what will be our next one case? It's to upload information about field name. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's create a new branch. Okay, push changes. Alright, where is Jira part? This one. Okay, upload information about issues fields, because Jira allows us to create some custom fields, change their names and so on, and to keep this information locally we need to upload this information through API and save it inside of the Jira JSON file. So let's call it fields, and let's put it here. Okay, right, that's one moment is implemented. Let's call it how we save data for it. It's saved like GitLab data. Jira data. Let's save and let's change its name in our methods for local database. Save draft data. Jira data and test real data. Okay. This one moment is done. Maybe it's better to save this information as one single file. It's just to save and extract. we need to review this one part later. But technically we start to upload information about Jire's fields. Okay, let's push. Let's open our GitLab project, compare. Alright, changes are merged. Let's refresh it. Okay, we can see changes. And technically this one ticket can be closed, right? Save. Okay, what is next one? Let me refresh the page. What do we have? Review fields for test trail, Jira, GitLab, GitHub, add validation for credentials, GitLab, improve search. Yeah, the moment with GitLab. With GitLab, I faced one interesting thing. When you try to upload information about projects, it uploads information from all projects, not only repositories what you personally created. It do search through all existing repositories, and this is the reason why we need to improve our search. For this purpose, I'm going to use few additional filters from this page. For instance, I will use membership validation first of all. Second part, it will be validation by private status, but you will be able to change it in the future, visibility. And the project should not be archived because we want to check the progress inside of any existing active repositories. So let's improve it. Let's do it. Let's enable the sprint. Let's start doing it. JavaScript. Let's create new project. Done. Publish. Okay, this one is not needed, and we are looking for this one parameter. Done. Okay, now we can change settings, not this one. Okay, let me find it. Let me find it. README file, yeah, this one. And what we want to change? We want to change the version, right? First of all, plus we want to add the current video to README file. Let's refresh it. Let's copy share option. Sorry, not this one button. This one, and let's edit. Okay, done. All right. Let's make merge request. Done. All right, this optimization was developed, and we can close this one ticket. Right. What is next one? Let's remove information about test runs and its results, because on the current stage of implementation it's not actually needed. Let's refresh the branch, create a new one, create, publish. Alright, and let's change version, and let's find test trail. Upload information from test trail. And what we have information about cases, sections, but we do not need information about plans for current stage. Let me comment these changes. Okay, let me copy and remove. We can paste it here. Okay, let's merge changes, change 268. Commit and push. Open this one, compare, and let's merge changes. Alright, let's refresh it. It's done. Alright, so this one ticket can be closed. And we can start working on calculations. And what will be the first area for calculations? What it should be, what it should be. Let's start working with GitHub. And let's maybe create some file to execute scripts. Let's do this one file first. Okay. Let's create it. Okay. Let's add such name, connect. Now we want to upload information from test trail. Okay. Upload information from GitHub. And from GitLab. Alright, that's done. And what we will do next? File is created. We can comment it. Okay, this one file is created. Let's merge this pull request. Okay, and we can start working on this one part. In this case, we will do some calculations for GitHub. Let me create a new branch. And let's check our new sh file. So sh sync.sh. Okay, I have an issue with test trail with Jira, not with test trail, with Jira, and it's related to this one moment. Okay, so let's do some cleanup mechanism. Data sources. Let's remove all files. Search, remove uploaded data, and let's start sync one more time. Okay, test trail. Maybe because I do not have test trail credentials. Yes, I removed it. This is the reason why we see this issue during the sync. But other data is successfully uploaded, and we want to focus today on the GitHub information. Let's open it. Let's copy. And let's do some calculations. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of projects. Technically, it should be 14 projects. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So what we can do here, we should open this GitHub data JSON and parse it. We will do this function here in GitHub folder. Let me close all other folders and let's create a new function. Extract GitHub generate GitHub report.js. So first of all, we do const GitHub JSON require data sources, and it will be GitHub JSON. Now let's create a report. It will be an object, and at the end we are going to save this report. So for this purpose we will use this one function. Okay, report, and report GitHub. Alright, let's call it report JSON. So first area, it will be general one area. Let's call it report JSON general, and it will be an object too, and it will contain the name. So name general report, and what we will have, number of be report name, number of repositories, it will be GitHub JSON length, expect, comma, okay, save, and web operator is not applied. Format document, with operator, okay. So what else we can extract from this report? We can get owner name, we can get project name, and we can calculate number of pull requests and comments. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do projects, and projects is an array. Now for let project of GitHub JSON, it's an array itself. So we do the following information. Report projects push name to be project name. What else? ID. Name, ID, project ID. Now number of pull requests, pull requests and pull request comments. Okay, number of pull requests, project pull requests, length, and number of pull requests, notes, comments. Project pull request comments length, save. Okay, when we will execute this one function, we will do it immediately when we uploaded information from GitHub. So let's do this one. Copy the relative path, node. Okay, but it will present the general one information. I mean, if we run this script, let's use node, it should create a new one file in data sources. It will not create because node GitHub generate GitHub report create file from string is not defined. Now it should work better. Let's do it. Report, because we use report JSON. Okay, file is created and let's check it. Okay, we can see project name, its ID, and number of pull requests, number of comments to pull requests, and this is general one report. Now we want to define how many pull requests are created by any specific person. What we are going to do in this case. In this case, we want to create a new array. Okay, general report. And let's create let's call it division by employees. Okay, what we need to create such report? First of all, create a new array for pull requests only and create new array for pull requests comments only. How we will do it? We take GitHub JSON, use map function and do the following stuff. We collect pull requests here, and here we do pull requests comments. So let pull requests and let's do pull requests comments. Okay, save. Technically we should receive two new additional arrays in our memory. Now let's work with the data inside of each pull request. First of all, we need to define the number of unique users. Let's create a new function. Convert array to set array object we return a new set from array object. Why do we need it? Array can contains the same elements, duplicates, but we need to have an array with unique objects. For this purpose, we can convert array into set, and set will not contain the duplicated items. So let's do this stuff. Let users pull requests users will be pull requests. Let's check each pull request. For example, it has ID, node, state, title, and user. Okay, it should have user. And for this purpose, we will use email or name. Let me check. Pull requests has state. So we will use only login probably. Body assignee. Base links and after association. Okay, so technically we need to collect information only about user and login. Okay, so let's do it. Map x user login, and we should convert it into the set, so it will be array to set. And let's check the difference. Console log 1, console log 2 here and here. Save, let's execute it. User login, cannot read. Pull requests. User login. Okay, technically we have some pull request without user. Let's try to use such approach. Start. Sorry. Let me check because it is really strange. User. Maybe there was an issue. Should not be an issue. Let's investigate it. It's interesting. Let x of pull requests if x user is false, console log to somethingify from x. Let's check it. Okay, here's the first example. Probably some page is stuck. Okay. Question number 1. Why we can see some steps? Let's save it. Okay, what is wrong with you? Okay. I found the issue. The issue is what we try to merge several arrays we need to do it in another way. All right, so let's change it. Okay, for let pull request of project let's remove this one line and this one line. Okay, pull requests push project pull requests and pull requests comments general data pull requests and pull requests comments. All right, and let's try to execute our file one more time. Pull requests comments is not iterable. Why u is not iterable? GitHub data. Let's check. Pull requests 0. What is wrong with you? Okay. All right. Okay, we have number of unique users. And now for users we can make calculations. How we can do it? For let user of PR users, we do calculations. Report division by employees and what we can do. and for each user we do push the following information, and we can combine, by the way. Let PR users and create a new array for pull requests only. It's done. Define unique employees. How we will do it? Employees list. It will be array to set, new array, and here we copy pull requests map x user login, and we copy pull requests comments. Let's check comments. Why doesn't work? Comments, okay. Okay, pull requests, comments, let's copy it. It's nightmare. And JSON parser one more time. Okay, and let's find comments. comments at all. That's strange. Okay, found the first comment. So what we have this similar structure: user, body, and reactions. Okay, let's copy this array. Pull request comments. Okay, we have user, body, links, reactions, start line, original, site right. Okay, what else? Okay, let's check it. So xmap x user login, save, cancel log, employee list. Let's check. Alright, and now for let employee of employee list, we do the following stuff. We do push and push the following information: user, employee, and let's call it number of pull requests. Okay, how we will do here: we take pull requests, filter where x user login equal to employee, and do the same stuff here. Done. Okay. Let's execute it and let's check created report. So we have general report. It contains information only about public available repositories. That's fine. Plus we have broken calculation. We have user and we have what is wrong. Let's check it. Okay, it's empty. Why it's empty? We have employee, we have user login, we have data. Why it's an empty? Good question. Why it's empty? Okay, now let's do this one. Filter x, where x user login equal to employee. Save. Okay, found the issue. Okay, run our report and let's check the generated file. Let's call it GitHub report. And let's check the generated information. Projects, that's fine, and we can see number of pull requests is 144 and number of pull request comments is 4. Next question is how we can upload information about private repositories. Let's check GitHub API. Repositories. Type all. By default, all projects should be shown. But as we can see, we do not see them. Get repositories. Okay, I do not see. I have got a project. That's strange. REST API endpoints. Maybe it's locked on API keys. Okay, I need to check it. Jira repos and GitHub. Data, let's check projects. Access utils, card, compare, file system, GitHub, GitLab, Jira, parse, random, revo, split bills, test rail, WebDriver. Yeah, I can't see this project through API. It could be issue on API key generation process. But anyway, good news. Good news, what we have some data. It's very slow by some reasons. Okay, let's just drag and drop the file. GitHub data. Okay, file is saved anyway. And we have some extracted data. The question is why I do not have access to private repositories. Let me generate a new one, GitHub API key. How to create API key for GitHub. Open your GitHub page, log it in, and go to settings. Scroll down to developer settings and choose option personal access tokens and find green tokens. Create a new one token. Let me enter my pin code. Okay, this was the issue. And now choose permissions. Read, 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 read only, read only. Generate. A new API token was successfully generated. Let's use it in our settings. Let's save it and let's connect it. Okay. All right. What about I of got2? Jira, GitHub report. Okay, it still see only 13 projects. Okay, I will check this issue later. But for today, that's it. Thank you guys. I wish you to have a nice week and see you later. Bye guys.